What is going on, people? I've got a training commentary today. It's gonna be a little boring, so I thought I'd throw in some gameplay footage. Monster Hunter World, if you're interested, very good game. Highly recommend it. Anyhow, this week was more of the same from last week, which makes a lot of sense. We're still trying to figure it out, what works for me. And I'm assuming week 3 is going to be very similar. So, just more tempo squats, paused bench, paused tempo bench, normal deadlifts. This upcoming week will probably just be a little heavier on the deadlifts. This week, I think we added an extra set on the tempo squats and a couple other things. We're just playing around with certain training variables just to see, again, where I'm at and trying to take some pressure off the knee. First clip I'll be showing is my first set of tempo squats. They're supposed to be 2-count tempo squats. So you'll notice no knee sleeves. I just wanted to feel out my squats first without the sleeves and then put them on for my remaining sets. I guess it didn't really feel too different after all. I wanted to focus more on keeping my quads tight. I feel as though knee sleeves, just being right over the bottom part of my quad, I feel as though I can't really focus on them as much with the sleeves on. You'll see for my next set, I'll put the sleeves back on just because that's how I'd, squat in competition. Might as well keep things the same. Second clip is really when the squats started to feel different. I started leaning a little more horizontally, so that took a good amount of pressure off my knees and I guess kind of like the front of my legs as I was focusing more on my lower back. I could tell instantly because my lower back was pretty sore after this workout. It's still sore now, and this was pretty much Monday. My lower back doesn't generally get very sore from squats, so that was pretty interesting. I felt almost no knee pain. I don't think the tempos are really perfect at all. I should probably be taking the whole movement fairly slow, and that'll be something I'm working on next week because I'm assuming we're going to be doing more tempo squats, sadly, but that's how it be sometimes. That's how it be. Anyhow, I don't want to bore you guys with squats the whole video, so I'll probably be throwing up, bench press. Anyway, I did want to mention that walking has been very, very nice for knee therapy, I suppose. I have pretty much what you'd call lateral knee pain. It's not really on the patella at all, so it's not the joint itself. It's more like the surrounding muscle on the right side, and it just feels like dog shit when I'm squatting, sometimes when I'm deadlifting. But walking 30 to 60 minutes a day has really helped alleviate a lot of that pain. Today, which would be, Saturday, my last kind of workout day of the week, I just hit pin squats and there was little to no pain, which was very, very nice, and I guess things are looking up for my squat comeback, I suppose. But yeah, throw up the bench press. As you guys can see, I'm here with my coach, Alex. Again, I'm very glad to be working with him. Finally, I have some sort of direction. But here's bench press. I think this was supposed to be 2-count pause bench. That was, you guys just saw my top set. That was my second top set, 245. And now I'm doing back off sets with comp bench. You'll probably, this will be 2 sets of the 3 that I did. I just didn't want to bore you guys too much. Nothing much to say really, feels pretty good. One thing Alex and I both noticed, the bar kind of strays to the right. If you look at the center knurl, it's not exactly centered on my chest. Just gotta fix the way I set up on the bench, and probably work on having kind of like even pressure in terms of how I grip the bench. I feel as though it's either my left or my right side I force a little too much. But yeah, my shoulder's feeling good, unlike before. It was definitely bothering me while I was benching, but now everything feels really, really good. One thing I did do to help reduce shoulder pain was focus more on scapular depression. And basically, when I used to set up for the bench, I'd get an arch, and that's it. I wouldn't really focus on like really pushing my upper back into the bench, if that makes any sense. What that led to was just my shoulders doing a lot of work, especially at the bottom. And I remember I had to take like a week off benching for that. Came back, and my shoulders still hurt like hell up until I decided to experiment with my bench. I mean, that goes to show you every single lift, if you're feeling pain or it's not feeling too good, experimentation is key. Now I'm going to throw up deadlifts, which, I'm not going to lie, feel kind of fucking amazing. As for what I was prescribed, I have this top single right here, 495. No clue what the fuck I'm doing. I look like a total clown. But a big focus for this session was to focus on pulling the slack out of the bar. After this top single, I hit 4 sets of 6. I'll be showing the first and last set. I'd say the sets in between, including the first set, were pretty mediocre in terms of actually pulling the slack out of the bar. The last set, you'll actually see a pretty big difference in the way that I actually take a little bit of time at least to pull the slack out of the bar, and it felt really, really snappy. Deadlifts feel very clean. Two things that are very different in the way I pull now. I would say kind of locking in my lats like that, as you'll see right there. Right before I pull, I get to hinge a lot more, and I'm not really brute forcing it as much off the floor. As well as kind of rotating my right hand and my left hand pretty much in opposite directions, as if I'm trying to break the bar. That just allows me to get into a better position, and I just think about closing my armpits. I think the way I used to pull is very similar to this, other than that specific cube at the armpits. And what would usually end up happening on a really hard set is I'd be grinding out a rep where my upper back pretty much falls forward, and it was just really awkward. I don't feel that nearly as much. I'd say the sets of 6 were around RP 6 or so. I felt like I could do those all day. Not really, but it felt really, really fast. Feels really good. But that's pretty much all for this week. The next 2 days were pretty much, what did I do? Larson press, boring, and pin squats today with a 2 count tempo bench and a 2 count pause. Also boring, but very necessary, and I do understand that. Hope you guys, I guess, kind of enjoyed this video. Not very entertaining, but maybe you can take a few things from my training, what I'm doing, and hopefully apply them, and maybe they'll help you out, maybe they won't. Just let me know. And that's all. I just killed white Fatalis. I feel very, very proud. Catch you guys in the next one.